Do you have a personal injury case? If you have been injured by another person or business entity, you may have a personal injury case to hold that party responsible directly or to make a claim against an insurance company. The only way to know your options and the full extent of your rights regarding personal injury is to speak to a qualified attorney. Almost all personal injury attorneys offer free consultations, so there's no reason to not speak to a lawyer, and you should do so as soon as possible after an injury. Personal injury law is mostly based on the legal theory of negligence. Negligence is when one party failed to act in what we would think would be reasonable under the circumstances, and another person is injured as a result. The main points of negligence law are this. First, the person or business must owe a duty of care to the other person. For example, when we drive cars, we all owe a duty to everyone else on the road to follow the traffic laws and to drive in a safe and prudent manner. The second part of negligence is breach of this duty. In our car accident example, this can mean the party responsible failed to follow a traffic law, maybe was looking down at his or her phone when they shouldn't have been, or maybe they changed lanes without looking at a blind spot. The party does not have to break a law to have breached the standard of care, although typically they have broken some law. The third part of negligence is that the breach of care was the proximate cause of the other person's injury. This means that the person's breach was the direct and last incident in the situation that resulted in injury. For example, if a car changes lanes and forces you off the road and you're injured, the lane change driver was the proximate cause of your accident. If the lane change driver forced you to turn onto another street, and then when you were driving down this other street, you were then hit by a different driver, the driver that caused the lane change may or may not have been the proximate cause of the accident. As you can see, negligence law and personal injury is not always cut and dry, and there are many gray areas and traps. This is why you must speak to a personal injury attorney as soon as possible after an accident. If you have further questions, feel free to submit a contact form to askthelawyers.com.